evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Well, my name is Shayla Reed. I am the president of the Southern University MBA Student Association, and this evening I have the pleasure of introducing our guest speaker. So, affectionately known as Doc, this Jag is called to serve his community and his country. Jamar Montgomery, a 2018 graduate of the MBA program and a 2016 graduate of the Southern University Law Center, also holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanical Engineering from California State University, Los Angeles. Mr. Montgomery builds his professional career as an advocate for others. Through public service, he is a patriot, having served the United States Navy and beginning his career at just the age of 19. Throughout his career, Mr. Montgomery has served in numerous capacities, including 3rd Vice President of the Ventura County NAACP. It was there that seeds of advocacy and activism began to take root. In 2013, his passion for the rights of others led him to the Southern University Law Center. After graduating with both his Juris Doctorate and Masters of Business Administration, Mr. Montgomery served as an adjunct professor at the Southern University Shreveport campus. Currently, he serves as a juvenile public defender. He is a father and notes his daughter is his greatest achievement. Mr. Montgomery aspires to one day in the near future serve as a United States Senator, and he attributes God's grace, mercy, direction, and provision to all of his success. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome home Attorney Jamar Montgomery.
Thank you. How y'all doing?
Hello.
Before I start, let me say this. Everybody in this room has a right. This is $50 right here. Everybody in this room has a right to this $50.
This digital coverage is
Brought to you by Jamar Montgomery. Well, hello everyone. My name is Jamar Montgomery. It is so glad. I am so happy to be here. How y'all doing?
Hello.
How are you feeling? It's an exciting time tonight.
Yeah.
It's a very exciting time tonight. You know, I was driving down here from Shreveport, and I was wondering about what was it that I was going to say. I had some remarks prepared, and I said, let me talk about my day. Let me talk about my day. Let me talk about not just what my day is, but what my life and what your life is getting ready to be like. See, I'm a graduate of this program. I'm a graduate, 2018 graduate of the MBA program, and it's such an honor to be back here just a year later, and I'm the keynote speaker. Like, that is amazing. That is amazing. I'm humbled and I'm honored. But I realized that throughout this process that school is much different from the real world. Now, mind you, I've been in the real world before. 5 years with the United States Navy as a weapons systems engineer. So what does a weapons systems engineer do? Weapons systems engineer launches missiles off the back of boats. So at the age of 19, I graduated with my bachelor's in engineering and began working with weapons of mass destruction. I'll say that again. At the age of 19, I began working with weapons of mass destruction. For me, it was just a job at the time, but I realized that it was a life of public service that was being created. What about the service that you're going to provide? Every day we're challenged to be better people, to live within our purpose, to find out how we're going to utilize our gifts, our talents, our skills, our education to make ourselves better people, to make our communities better, to make our nation better, to be the global leaders that we've been taught and trained to be. So what about my day? What about my day? What about my day? Are we talking about entrepreneurship? Are we talking about business? Are we talking about what we learn in the books, or are we talking about what we learn in real life? See, the books will tell you that in order to fund your ventures, that you need to raise capital. Real life tells you that you go out without certain meals and you finesse and finagle your way into meals because you're funding your next venture. When the banks won't give you any money, is that an excuse for you not getting to where you want to be? See, right now, I represent racism. I represent classism. I represent sexism. I represent everything that is in your way to achieving your goals. That's me. I literally am in your way. So instead of just looking at me, how are you going to attack the problems of tomorrow? How are you going to attack the problems of today? I realize that many of us are afraid of living within our purpose. We discover what our purpose is, and our purpose is looking us dead in our eyes, and we're faced with a choice. Do I live within it? Do I shy from it? I challenge you to find your purpose, or you're wasting air. Your people don't need you 5 years from now. Your people don't need you 2 weeks from now. Your people need you now, today. They really needed you yesterday, but you're here now. You're here now as graduates. You're here now as business professionals with talent and training like no one has ever seen before. Do not doubt yourselves. Do not doubt yourself. You will be faced with challenges every day that's going to challenge every fiber in you. Just when you thought you had it figured out. Oh, hey, I realized I'm not a good organizer. So guess what I do? I get my organization down. Start up a venture, fails. We cannot allow that to keep us down. I realize that within failure is my lesson, is my greatest lesson. And it's not really failure because all of my failures, or what I would like to call decisions, all of my decisions, all of my mistakes, all of my quote-unquote failures had led me to this point right now. And am I going to be proud that I am here? Or am I going to focus on what I thought was failure? Every day you're going to look up and find something new that needs to be changed, something about yourself that you want to improve. Go do it. Plain and simple. You have no excuse. Oh, I don't have enough money. Okay, start off small. Oh, I don't have enough people. Guess what? You got the idea, you got the vision. Execute it. There is no excuse. There is no excuse. And I thought that I had excuses. I thought that I had problems. What I had really was opportunities. My excuses were opportunities for me to improve myself. My problems were opportunities for me to improve the world around me. We live within two worlds every day. It's the world that we're able to affect and the world that's within us. The problem becomes is when we allow the world that we live in to affect the world that's within us. Our confidence gets shot down. We're no longer sure of ourselves. We no longer know which direction to go. But guess what? Your God-given talents, skills, intelligence, and ability is something that nobody can ever take away from you. Remember that. When you're out there on your ventures and you look stupid, you look unprepared, guess what? Embarrassment is the cost of entry. You went to school, you don't know everything. That's the beauty about experience. Experiences teach you everything that school could not teach you. So of course, you're going to be an amateur. Of course, you're going to be unprepared. In fact, what do we know? Some of my entrepreneurship students in here, 50% of all ventures fail within the first 2 years? Sounds like to me. Pick yourself up, and you got another 2 years to go, and you might actually make it. There's no giving up. There is no giving up. There is no giving up. Every day, we strive to be better people. We strive to be better professionals. We wear the hat of student. We wear the hat of son. We wear the hat of daughter. We wear the hat of entrepreneur. What I challenge you to do is, who are you? Once you identify what is at the center of your core, there is nothing that can shake you from it. Why? Because that means that you have tapped in with the Creator. You've tapped in with the essence that makes you you. You have tapped into the essence that makes you great. You have tapped into the essence that allows you to make history. History within yourself. History within your families. History within your community. History within your state. History within your nation. History within the world. If you do not believe that you're a history maker, I ask you to leave the room today. Why do I say that? There will never be another you. There has never been, and there will never be. You were put on this earth for a purpose. Find it. Search for it. See, I'm juicy mouthed, y'all. Y'all gotta excuse me. I get passionate about these kinds of things. Find your purpose. Live within it. Live for it. How dare you give all this education, get all this position, get all these accolades, and you only use it for yourself? Once again, your people don't need you tomorrow. They need you today. How many of my people in here are entrepreneurs? Oh, no, okay. Of course, Jordan would be an entrepreneur. I have to say, it's so good to see some familiar faces in this room. I graduated last year. During that last year was some of the most turbulent and tumultuous times in my life. Here it is. I got 3 degrees. I'm applying to everywhere, and nobody's hiring me. What did that do for my confidence? What did that do for what I thought about myself? What did that do to my self-esteem? I felt crushed. I felt unaccomplished. I was angry. But then I had to realize every closed door got me to the door that I was supposed to be opening. If I would have not opened or went to open those doors, if I would have given up, I would have been stuck in the same place. I learned to appreciate my struggle. I learned to appreciate, I'm only making about $1,000 a month at teaching at Southern. My car is broke down and I'm taking a bus 2 hours to travel 9 miles to go teach a class of political science to students who are eager and hungry to learn. What was my fuel? It wasn't the financial gain. It was the fact that I was making a difference in the lives of others. When we realize after it's all said and done, it will be you that lives on in other people. What did you pour into others? What did you deposit into others? How did you mentor others? How did you make their lives better? Did you have better relationships with the people around you? When you're down at rock bottom, you learn to appreciate that which is truly important. It's the people around you. It's your purpose. It's your vision. I could have looked at my situation, and I did. I'm angry. I'm angry because, I got these 3 degrees, and I'm supposed to be hired. But if that's not my path, how dare I? I need to be making more money. I need to do this. I need to do that. I'm worried about what everybody else says that I'm supposed to be doing instead of tapping in with myself. Lord, what are you trying to teach me? And what am I supposed to learn out of this situation? Did I make a mistake going to school? Did I make a mistake leaving a 6-figure job to come back to school? I heard them oohs in that room. I'm out of school for 6 years and I'm making 6 figures. You do the math. What I gave up. But what did I give up, or did I invest in myself? I invested in myself. And guess what? It takes some time for your harvest to come. And by God, has my harvest been coming in. I appreciate those freezing temperatures in my house when SWEPCO turned my lights off because I didn't have the money to pay my bills. Why? Because I was investing in myself, because I was investing in my future. I appreciate those 30 degrees nights. Guess what? Because just prior, I had paid off my house. I bet it all on me. I liquidated my 401k to make sure that my house was paid for. So now, I might be hungry, but I won't be homeless. It may seem like my money is short, but my assets are long. It may seem like the world is against me, but I have everything that I need to crack the world open just how I want it. Once we change our perspective on our situation, then we can truly thrive in our situation. If we see ourselves as being victims of the world, we will continue to be victims of this world. I challenge you to take dominion over this world. This world has been promised to you. How dare we not live in our purpose? How dare we not walk in our greatness? How dare we? How dare we? How dare we? Now, at the beginning, I told you that you all have the right to go after that $50. And I told you that I represent convention. I represent classism. I represent sexism. I represent all of those things. I represent all those barriers to your dreams, your hopes. But the only rights you have are the ones you exercise. Nobody came up here and went after this $50. Y'all take care. Thank you.
Very good. You wanted somebody to tell you.